Thank you for inviting us to participate in this workshop and to have the possibility of to show you a little bit of what is TIRME and what it does. Well, TIRME is a company who manages the waste from the municipal waste from the whole Mallorca. It's a private company, but it has a public contract with the Council of Mallorca. It is the titular of the public service for the treatment of the municipal waste. In our contract, we have the three main activities. We design the facilities, we construct them, and we operate and maintain them. Well, the waste we manage are the municipal waste, the five fractions: paper, glass, packaging, organic fraction, and vegetal waste, and the waste in mass. We always we also manage the seawater sludge from the municipal wastewater treatment plants and the refuse for the treatment of the plants for construction and demolition waste, the bulky waste, and tires. We also make the shipment of the municipal waste from the transfer stations to the treatment plants. And we are responsible for the marketing of the byproducts generated, like the compost, the scraps, and also make activities of public awareness and environmental information. We started in 1992 with the signing of the contract. The operation started in 1997, and we have a contract actually until 2041. Our contract has modified several times, mainly for the construction of new facilities that were necessary, like the recycling area of a biological treatment plant in 2001, the two new lines of incineration in 2007, and we are expected to modify probably this year, because in 2019 a new plan was approved, and it's expected to build 5 new composting plants and a new packaging selection plant. So in this map, we show you the ubication of our facilities. We have 5 transfer stations. The main objective of these plants is that every municipality has the entrance point of the service in a maximum of 25 kilometers. So we have one in Alcudia, in Manacor, in Campos, in Calvià, and in Binissalem. And what we talked about before about the baseline. So Binissalem, that is in the more or less in the middle of the island, is the only transfer station who doesn't have a coast. So the tourism of this area is the least. Nowadays there are more vacational houses. So in the whole island there are tourism, but in this one is the least. So the difference between winter and summer in the entrance of this plant are more or less the same. And for example, in Alcudia or in Calvià, the difference between summer and winter can be for 2 or for 3 or for 4 times in summer than in winter. Here you can see photographs of our facilities, the waste to energy plant, the visitor center, the Cancanut area with all the material recovery plants, the main offices, the transfer stations. And also the packaging sorting plant, the composting plants, the anaerobic digestion plant is a composting plant. Here there's a solar drying plant for sewage sludge. And the waste to energy plant with the bottom ashes treatment plant and the security dump for the fly ashes, the cemented fly ashes. So, well, the fly ashes from the waste to energy plant. Well, after I explain you here. More or less the model, the managed model we have in Mallorca, no? It's an integrated one. We have the 5 fractions of municipal waste, the sewage sludge, and the refuse of the construction and demolition waste, bulky waste, and end of life tires plants. So the paper and the glass go directly to the recyclators. The packaging goes to a sorting plant, and the material selected goes to the recyclators, and the organic material goes to the anaerobic digestion plant. We obtain electricity and another waste we call digest that goes to compost. Also, the vegetal waste also goes to composting. We obtain compost. The sewage sludge could be to anaerobic digestion, to the composting plants, or to the solar drying plants, it depending of the quality. And the refuse of our treatments, plus the municipal waste in mass and the refuses of construction demolition waste goes to the waste to energy plant. We obtain also electricity, and we have 2 byproducts or 2 residues that they are the bottom ashes that go to the recycling plant, and the cemented ashes. They are the fly ashes of the boiler of the waste to energy plant, and the residues for the flue gas treatment system. We stabilize them with water and cement, and we send them to the landfill we saw before. Okay. This is the model, and here we have the real data. The real data of 2021. So the entrance was the 550,000 tons of municipal waste. Our data is available for the Council of Mallorca through this informatic tool. They can consult in whatever period they want, and they have the different entries. They can choose for facility and the type of waste. And also it's possible to make specific searches. And also we have this our internal data application. We can choose the classification of the entries by facility, or a type of waste, even the intermediate or the exits, and in the waste to energy plant, we also have the different types of waste that goes to the plant. And well, we have all our system is based in indicators, because we have a quality system certified since 2000 or 2001. So our process are all with yes, and you're all measured by indicators always. and a lot of ratios, the production, the consumption of water or electricity, or all these indicators we have inside our processes. Okay, our origin of the data always is the scales in the entrance of the plants. But also we have projects like with the hotels, with the circular hotels, that we have sensors in the containers of some hotels to know exactly the quantity of waste of one hotel in country. And it's also there are municipalities who have development systems like that for the users. For example, in Sant Llorenç des Cardassar, it's a municipality here in Mallorca. There are a lot of years that each hotel have a sensor to measure the quantity, and they pay per generation. So exactly what they produce, they pay. So so we have the data from each municipality. Paper goes to the transfer station and then go to the recyclator. The same with the glass. The light packaging can entry in the transfer station or directly in the plant. And the selected materials, the high density polyethylene, polyethylene terephthalate, Tetra Pak, steel, aluminum, goes to the different recyclators. The organic material actually goes to the anaerobic digestion plant, and after to the composting plant. So we obtain the compost and energy, what is 100% renewable. And the municipal waste in mass goes or through the transfer station or directly to the waste to energy plant. And the energy we obtain them is considered 50% renewable. For last, the sewage sludge from the wastewater treatment plant can go to the anaerobic digestion plant or to the composting plant, and then we obtain compost, or they can go to the solar drying plant, and we obtain like a biofuel that goes to the waste to energy plant. And finally, with data from the IBESTAT, here is the evolution of the human pressure index from 1997 to 2021. So you can see every year the peak of the summer, no? So we have, and also how the population, so the base, it has increased always, also a lot in these years. And the impact of the COVID in 2020 and the partial recovery in 2021. And if this data, we took the 3 last years and we make the comparison with the waste generation, we can see that 2 lines match very, very well. So the relation between the human pressure and the waste generation is completely direct. Now, and in 2020, you can see the lockdown. No movements in the pressure, in the human pressure index, and the stop of the economy activity. So the waste generation, they go down. These are the waste generation, the waste inputs in the 3 last years, but quickly. And finally, to show the COVID impact, mostly because the tourism in 2020 and 2021 wasn't the usual. Now, for example, in 21, we lose 97,000 tons, and in 2020, 140,000 tons. So thank you for your attention, and I think this is the beginning of whatever you want to discuss or to concretize or